Listen, he's Mysonne, but he's Mysonne the general. Yeah. This is the general part, the leader, the voice, and the York general. Like I feel like you're necessary for the culture because there's too many people rapping there, too many beats. We need somebody. We need to get back to rhetoric. I feel like this real quick. Like before, it was hip hop. It was X. MLK, you know what I mean? Who you knew it was people were speaking, Fred Hampton. People were talking and giving power through speech, and that created movements. Then it became hip hop. Hip hop would be a message as well. And then it turned into what it turns to now. But you bringing it back, everything under the sun, everything full circle.
My thing is, we just got to keep it balanced. It got to be a balance. In hip hop was a balance. We had EPMD, we had Public Enemy, we had KRS-One, then we had Rakim, you know what I'm saying? And then they had Cool G Rap. So it was a balance. It was positive and it was negative. Now it's just all the way negative. It gotta be some balance. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give a nigga, because if you overdose, if you give too much anything is no good. Even too much positive is no good. But it gotta be balanced. That's the balance of the world, negative and positive. So I'm not mad that the negative exists because I like ratchet rap. I like drill music. I like all of that shit. It's just too much of it. Ain't nothing else. There's no balance. So we gotta create the balance, man.
I know y'all was in New York, you know what I mean? We want to know like what you want, anything you wanted to know about you, anything you got coming up, any message you want to leave to the people.
Remy Ma.
Yeah, I got a new podcast that I'm about to start called Sit Downs with the Standups. So it's sit down conversations with stand-up individuals, and it's pretty much based off that people that I respect. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe everybody deserves a platform. A lot of these people they interviewing, they ain't talking about nothing. The only thing they got is controversy and who they had beef with. Like, I don't want to do that. You know, so what I want to do, being formerly incarcerated, I know it's a lot of people who've been formerly incarcerated who've come home and done major shit that nobody talks about. You know, and then there's this false narrative that everybody who went to jail is just a criminal. And they no good. So I want to highlight those individuals. So Remy was one of the people I interviewed. You know, it's going to be a lot of different interviews. My man from Harlem, he used to be a drug kingpin, and now he's in fashion. A lot of other individuals that I know worldwide that have taken, did their time, understood, the mistakes they made, and came home and said, I'm not indulging in that shit no more. I'm going to take it to the next level. So that's what my podcast is going to pretty much
I'm gonna tap into that.
Be faces. A lot of people that you wouldn't even know, a lot of people that have been incarcerated, they don't talk about that, but you just know that they, at the top of the game. So I want to talk about that transition. I want people to see that it's possible for you to transition. It's possible for you to come home and do positive shit and be really successful.
My last question for you, then let you get out of here. What does my brain live to legendary? Tell me what that means to you.
I mean, it's self-explanatory. And first thing you got to do is live. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you got to do. And I think that's what we gotta start teaching these babies, that it's okay to live. Like everybody talking about they ready to die, fuck that I could die, I'm killed. Like let's start talking life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's a very thing. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about living. I'm trying to live till I'm 100. Fuck that nigga, I don't give a fuck if I gotta die. Nah, let's talk about I'm gonna live till I'm 200 years old. I'm gonna be the first nigga to live to be 200. Wow. I'm gonna have kids. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear shit like that because that's not what's celebrated no more. To be gangster, you gotta be deaf. If you ain't talking about death, it ain't no. You ain't a real nigga. I don't want to talk about living. You know what I'm saying? I want to do the shit that's gonna make sure I'm living. I want to do exercise. I want to elevate. I want to build. Right. I want to eat right. You know what I'm saying? I want to unify. I don't want no ops. Because if you got an op, there's a possibility that one of y'all. I don't got no ops. I don't got no ops. Fuck an op. I want to just live. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. So that's what living to be legendary, man. First you got to live, and if you live your life properly in a manner that's conducive to what living is, is about evolving, then ultimately I don't give a fuck on what level you legendary to somebody.
So when you hear Last of a Dying Breed, think of this man right here. Because of him, hopefully the breed don't die, and we can keep evolving and become a new breed of people. So I want to thank you, Mysonne, for coming out, building with us.
Man.
Appreciate you, Mysonne.
Appreciate coming out.